fear extinction. So if you want to look this up, go ahead and look up fear extinction. The on-call phone rings and says, hey, there's 2 potential threats, or come check this out, and he says, that and that might be a potential threat. Need you to check it out, lady in the frontal lobe. And the frontal lobe then says, okay, and she checks it out, and when it's a real threat, she says, this is how we're going to avoid it. So he actually can calm down a little, so that now we know all I have to do is run and dump a ton of adrenaline, and he does that. Or if it's not, then he goes, oh, thanks, and it calms down. So we actually have been able to see on something called a functional MRI. So not only does it give me the picture of the brain, it actually tells us in any given moment what part of the brain is working. So what do we see in everybody, whether you have PTSD or not? Whenever there's a potential threat, the functional MRI watches this part of the brain light up, that emotional center, the amygdala, and it lights up. And then in people who don't have PTSD, what we see is, second, their frontal lobe activates, aka the analysis. And when it activates, then this goes down. In PTSD, we see this light up. This does not light up. The frontal lobe isn't working great usually in PTSD, and so this stays lit. So now you're wondering if it's a threat all the time, and that is PTSD. And you respond because you can't afford to be in danger. It's been too dangerous for you in the past, too risky. And so now you can't live a normal life, and you start to get in situations where you are in no danger, but you don't know that because the analysis never happened. This never lit up. So we see the problem is not in the amygdala or that emotional center. The problem is the frontal lobe's not doing its job at reaching back and saying, I did the analysis. You need to calm down now. It's not a threat.